Right folks, we're at Polkapel Cemetery here on the outskirts of Ypres, and we're here to visit an old friend, Harry Birch, Cheshire Regiment, 22nd October 1917, 29. And there's, we've put that wee image down for him, and that wee flag. Now last year, he was buried last year, and he was killed in the Third Battle of Ypres, and his body was lost. And in 2019, they were doing roadworks, and they discovered his remains and these 4 unknown wee soldiers. And they were able to identify Harry by, let me see, his leather belt. And then they were able to contact his great nephew, and they got a DNA sample, and they were able to identify him. But I was here by sheer chance because about 2 hours before the funeral service, I was at Zoutschouder Church visiting at our little grave, and I happened to bump into this guy. He was parked up in his van, and knocked the window of the van and asked him, how do you pronounce the name of the church? And then he saw me. I was wearing my 36 Ultra Rifle t-shirt. I'll show you it here if you can get a proper look at it. Probably not be able to see it properly, but that. And I asked about that, and then he explained to me about this. So I shot down here, and it was full of pomp and ceremony. I have another wee video up of the service. But the guy that brought me here, his name was Stefan Mertens, and he's a key role in the recovery and identification, and he's to do with the Belgian War Grave Service. So by sheer chance I met him, and then had the absolute honour to attend this, and it was very moving indeed. But it's another beautiful graveyard. And it was full of the pomp and ceremony that these brave young men got, that they deserved. And at the end of the service, this wee woman in her 90s came up, and she'd recognised my t-shirt with the 36 Ultra Rifle emblem on it. And she explained to me that the 36 Ultra Rifles were the first guys in to liberate her village from the Germans. And then I explained about my great uncle Billy, who was in the 36 Ulsters, and eventually in the Royal Enniskillens. And she says, when I go home, I will say the prayer for Jubilee. And of course, me being me, I get all choked up, for goodness sake. But very emotional. But it was an absolute honour to be here to witness this. But there he's there, there's Harry. And that's the only image we could find of him. Yo. And a wee nameplate there on him. And you can see the guys are here working away, and I've explained I've put this down, and they says, look, they'll not touch it. So that's wonderful. But God bless you, Harry, and those 4 other poor wee souls. Anyway. Right, Harry. I'm sure we'll return again and say hello. God bless.